Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another mixed media project for craft angles, and this time I decided to create a set of tags. So for my base I am using the cardstock from Craft Angles, white cardstock, which is 300 GSM, and it's a dual texture. So I have just cut down my tags to 3.5 inches by 6 inches and cut the edges just to get that tag like shape. So that's all I have done, and I will be working on the rough side, not the smooth side of the cards, because I want to use watercolors today. Now for my first step, I will be using the Craft Angles Played stencil with the white texture paste, randomly adding some texture and drying that. Now I would like to use the new products that Craft Angles released, and that's the reactive foil, and I want to use the black along with the foil magic glue. So what I'm going to do is I have dried my texture paste. I'm going to go back in with the same stencil, place it over my existing texture paste, and I'm just going to use a sponge dauber, and I will gently apply this foil magic glue over that texture paste and set it aside for about 10-15 minutes to dry. Once that's dry, what I'm going to do is cut out a piece of this black foil, place it on top of the tag that's face up, the color side, that's the black side face up. So I'm going to just gently place it like that. And I just have some scrap piece of paper. So I've just created like a little mask for it. I'm going to place my tag inside this and just run my hot iron over this, keeping a thin cotton fabric on top. And what that will do is it will ensure with the heat my foil will stick down onto this design wherever I have added the foil magic paste. So as simple as that. Since I don't have a laminator, I will be using this paste with the foils and just hot iron and getting a nice texture on my background. So that's a look at that little foil element that I have on my background. Because I used the sponge dabber and gently dabbed it, I didn't apply too much glue. So it gives me a nice grungy effect, and that's exactly what I want for my background. I didn't want something too prominent or to stand out completely because I'm going to be adding colors and other elements. But the foil has created this nice, gentle grunginess, a resist effect. And I chose the flayed pattern because to me this mimics the pattern of a sweater, which is so Christmassy. Now for my color palette, I'm not going to be using the cool colors. This time I thought I would use the warm colors that represent Christmas to me. So bring in reds, orange, a little tinge of copper brown, and that's what I have in mind. So what I'm going to be doing is I will be using the Craft Angles liquid watercolors, and I have colors lemon tart, pumpkin orange, and soulmate here. I will just add a drop on to my glass mat here, mist it with water, and just randomly lift color. And with the resist that I have here and the texture that I have here, the color will very well pop out. I love how vibrant these watercolors are, and they've given me the perfect warm background that I was looking for. Now, I just want to add touches of like a copper brown sort of a thing. So here I have Lindy's Magicals, and I'm just going to mix them here and create my watercolors and add splatter. Also, I haven't completely dried my background. I want it to be wet so that when I add splashes of copper, it kind of blends and merges with the background. So that's a look at my background, all dry. And you can see that slight shimmer there, this grunginess of the black foil, and how well the texture paste and the foil has resisted all the watercolor and the brightness of these amazing liquid watercolors. Now I'm just going to bring in a little more black. So for that I'm going to use the Craft Angles Half Tone Dots stamp, and I will randomly stamp with the VersaFine black ink. I've just added some black eyelets and my background is complete and ready. And all I need to now do is add in my focal elements. So for that, I just have some elements from Fabric Decoro and I'm going to be arranging those. So I'm just going to pick and glue down the elements with some foam tape and tacky glue, and that's about it. Before I glue down, I have some scrap chipboard pieces here and I'm just going to mount my tags so that they remain sturdy and not flimsy. Now with my elements down in place, I really love how the tags look, and all they need is a word, a phrase, a sentiment, something. So what I'm first going to do is I'm just using the same cardstock and some double-sided tape. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of the double-sided tape, and I want to create two layers, one using the black foil and one using the rose gold. So what I've done is I've just added the double-sided tape on the white cardstock, and I'm going to peel one layer and just glue down the black foil. So I still have some foil from my background, and that gives me a nice black foiled element there. And I'm going to make one with the rose gold. So that always adds a nice accent of color and glitter, and it goes very well with my tags. So I'm going to glue uh, my sentiment down on this, first on the rose gold and the rose gold on the black. So with that, it's just an easy way of adding accent to the sentiment. So I have just glued down my sentiment on the rose gold foil and that on the black foil. So using some foam tape, I have just adhered the sentiment down in place, and you can see how well that pops up with that slight metallic accent using the foils. Another way of using your foils without the laminator. Now for my ribbons here, I have some shabby ribbons and I just pulled out the ones that would go with my background, and I'm just going to tie that to complete my tags. So that completes my quick Christmas tags using the newly launched craft angle foils. Today I've just shown you two ways of using them. In my future videos, I will definitely share more techniques and create different projects, including these foiled accents in the mixed media projects. So I'm just going to bring them up close to show you a close up. And I truly have enjoyed creating these. Always look at ways where I can create something simple, easy, not too many layers, something quick yet elegant. So I totally love these tags and the watercolor effect of the background, as well as that foiled accent all over. So do hit the thumbs up to let us know if you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.